Kakadosh Boker Tov, if you remember yesterday, we actually brought down on a very important halakha that when we are going to do Netilat Yadayim in the morning before Selichot, remember that we do Birkot HaShachar and Birkot HaTorah before Selichot, and now what happens is that after Amud HaShachar, you're going to do Netilat Yadayim again. That is based upon the Shulchan Aruch and Sif Yudalid and Siman Dalid, where there basically he's trying to say as follows. We know that there's going to be many different reasons why do we do Netilat Yadayim in the morning. There's going to be the Rosh. The Rosh says that when a person's sleeping, what happens is his hands are very, very busy, and therefore it could be that he's going to touch his body parts. Nafkamina, what happens if a person comes and he sleeps with gloves? Does he have to do Netilat Yadayim or not? Second Shita is going to be a Rashba. The Rashba comes and he says, it's also Rashba and the Rabbi David Godaham, they both say Chadashim v'Kayim, which means that the fact that our Neshama goes up to the heavens in the nighttime, and then in the morning he comes and he gives it back, we are considered a new entity. And the fact that we're going to be considered a new entity, we would have to come and make a new Beracha and do Netilat Yadayim. Now the question is, what happens if we don't go to sleep at all? So then again you have the Shita of the Zohar HaKadosh and the Shita of the Gemara. Shita of the Zohar HaKadosh is that the sleep is 1/60th of death, and once the person goes to sleep, that comes and puts an impurity into his body, and therefore when you come and you wash the hands, the impurity stays at the end of the hands, at the end of the body, and therefore you wash your hands, you take it off. Now Kamina is going to be that according to the Zohar HaKadosh, after Chatzot, that it's not a time of any more of dinim and all this justice, so therefore it's much more lenient, this concept. The last Shita is going to be the Gemara, has nothing to do with the sleep, it has to do with the night in itself. We know the night goes until Amud HaShachar. Since at nighttime there's going to be negative forces and spiritual energies, so what happens is at nighttime, what's going to happen is the person is going to become tameh, whether you slept or you didn't sleep. It has no nafkamina. Now what happens? In the morning we wake up in the morning, no matter what, we're going to do Netilat Yadayim with a beracha. Doesn't matter whether you wake up at 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m., you always do Netilat Yadayim with a beracha. The problem is, if you're going to tell me that the impurity comes at the end of the night, meaning I already woke up, I did Netilat Yadayim, but now it's dawn. So dawn, now you have to do Netilat Yadayim again. Says Maran, you have to do Netilat Yadayim again, but without a beracha. Now the question is, 1 second, we're in the middle of Selichot. Why? Dawn is 5:58. Some Shitot 5:38, but we're starting Selichot 5:30. So now in the middle, so we do it after Selichot. But why don't we stop Selichot in the middle, right, and come and do Netilat Yadayim? That's the question that actually comes up. So I'm going to bring you down the Halacha Brura and also Shom Zab and Orbach. Both of them come and they say that once you're in the middle of something, and it doesn't have to be Selichot, it could be in the middle of learning Torah, or in the middle of doing the Selichot, we are lenient because of the other Shitot, which means that this. Even though we're stringent, like some of the opinions, that we still have to do Netilat Yadayim without a beracha, but we're lenient like the other opinions, that since you already did the Netilat Yadayim, you don't need to stop what you're doing in the middle, and right away, dawn, everyone run, do Netilat Yadayim, and come back. You don't need to do that. They bring a proof from the Rambam. The Rambam says in Ilchot Beit HaMikdash, what happens to the Kohanim? They're in the middle of the service of Beit HaMikdash, all of a sudden comes dawn. Do they have to come and run to do Netilat Yadayim again? He says no. So because of all these different reasons, of the other reasons, and because of even when a person's going to be, and remember, they compare the Netilat Yadayim in the morning, just like the service of the Beit HaMikdash that the Kohanim used to have to come and do, the Kiddush Yadayim, so therefore the exact same reason, we don't have to stop in the middle of the Selichot, or stop in the middle of learning Torah to do it, but after dawn, so basically after Selichot, or after what we're doing, we're going to come, do Netilat Yadayim, and again without a beracha, and then we come and we continue with Shachrit.